When I decided to start playing more 3D games made in GameMaker on this channel, I did not expect to see so many sports-adjacent games coming up in the rotation. Hello all the crazy people out there, my name is Michael, I like wizards and dragons and making games, and welcome to World Hockey 88. So this is a game on Steam. I can't say I know very much about hockey. Most of what I know about hockey has been playing some variation of floor hockey in gym class, which usually devolved into pandemonium about 30 seconds after the whistle went off.
Hey.
This game does have a free demo. I'm going to be playing the free demo today, at least. Maybe in the future I'll come back and play and buy the whole game and play more of it if I decide that it would be a fun thing to continue on this channel. But I'll have a link to this Steam page down in the description of the video if you want to go and have a look at it yourself. Let me go and head over to my library. I can just say, grab a controller and kick back. I have actually never seen this pop up before on Steam. This game needs a controller for best experience, so grab an Xbox, a DualSense, or some other kind of controller-looking device. Is this Steam's wording, or was this written by the guys that made this game? Anyway, let me go plug in a gamepad. I've got this little, I've got an 8BitDo Lite 2 on my desk here. I actually don't have a USB cable, though. Alright, it's not a very long cable, so I'm gonna have to kind of play turned off to the side. Which is gonna be really awkward, but let's see. So this is starting in a window. Some players may experience discomfort, nausea, or seize. Okay, so this is like an epilepsy warning. Good to know if there's gonna be a lot of flashing lights in this game. Can I make this full screen? Yeah, play demo. What is it? Are you actually going to recognize my gamepad after I went to all that effort of plugging it in? Okay, it seems that it's not. I still see, I see, like, keyboard prompts on the screen. Alright, whatever. So for all the effort I went to finding a gamepad and plugging it in, seems like the game just wants to default to mouse and keyboard controls. You know what? Down in the corner, a game by Brandon Bogard. I actually do know someone called Bogard in the GameMaker community. I don't know if it's the same one. I'm gonna guess that it actually is. So I guess I stand corrected. Maybe I do know this guy. Anyway, let me go into settings. That was not the correct button. Settings is enter. Firstly, display. Can I set this to full screen? Enter and space don't interact. Let's go and set that to full screen. Resolution, 1080p, screen filter sharp. What does that do? Alright, I think that turns on texture filtering. Looking at, like, the level of detail of, like, the background image, I think that turns on texture filtering. I'm gonna set that to sharp for now. We might or might not change that later. Brightness and or contrast, and or gamma. Alright, I'm gonna leave that as the default. Any other settings I might want to mess with? Can I go and... Oh, I was going to say, can I force gamepad in the input settings? But it doesn't look like I can. Audio, I'll leave that alone. UI settings. No, wait. I hit back instead of... Alright, never mind. Who cares? I'll go back to that later. Canada versus America. So... Alright, so this is World Hockey, and I did see on the Steam page that it looked like we've got a bunch of different countries to pick from. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot to choose from at the moment. I don't know if there are more who I will be able to unlock later.
Hey.
Let's pick on Canada. And Sweden, Finland. Alright, so I'm noticing that, like, Canada, Sweden, Finland, the Nordic countries, these are countries who have, like, high-level hockey in the Olympics every year. Or who, like, medal in hockey in the Olympics every year, I should say, because if you send a team to the Olympics, that's kind of high level by default. I guess, let's play as the United States, and we're gonna get embarrassed by Canada, in the game of hockey, because as I said, I really don't know anything about hockey. Let's see, game rules. Alright, so this allows me to edit settings pertaining to the game, so speed, period length, I can bump that up to a really long game if I like, or a short game if I like. Okay, this sounds like difficulty. So relaxed, steady, moderate, fast, or supersonic. That sounds like, I don't know, how fast the puck moves, how fast the opposing player moves, something like that. Let's go with the defaults. And I have the option to change the lineup. So, alright, so this, I don't know if there are stats attached to this, but if I want to not have all of my guys look like Super Mario in a helmet, and like an overcoat, I guess I can do that. I guess for the sake of telling them all apart, let me see if I can have a different guy. It seems that there's only 3 choices, and there's four guys on my team, so I guess we'll go with that for now. Play Z. All right. So how's this gonna work? Okay, the score is 16-0, Canada's favor. I am actually gonna cut away from my first attempt and go over a few things. Firstly, escape doesn't pause or unpause the game. It turns out enter pauses the game. Bogard, buddy, just make escape pause the game. That's what people are used to. That's something that you really don't want to have to make people think about. I have a feeling controls are going to become a bit of a recurring theme in this video. And, like, you could have the pause the game, input alias to other keys on the keyboard too, but, like, escape should pause the game. That's just part of the common universal PC game design language. On a gamepad, like start or select should pause the game. Anyway, on to other things. Aside from that, I actually couldn't find what the controls were. I had to, well, not the only reason I'm down 16-0, but part of the reason I'm down 16-0 is because I spent probably the first 10 goals just button mashing trying to figure out what the controls did. I cannot find a list of, like, what the inputs are. I can't see any button prompts. Maybe if I go into the... Alright, so if I go into the accessibility menu, I don't see any button prompts telling me what the controls are. There needs to be something that tells me what the controls are. I think, I don't know if I said this before or after I cut away. I don't play, like, the NHL games. I don't really play any sports games besides, like, backyard sports, and if you count Mario Kart as a sports game, but I'm not really putting that in the same bucket here, because it doesn't really work on the same principles as stuff like NHL or FIFA or Madden. I have no idea what to expect going into this from other hockey games. There should be some sort of onboarding here for people like me. That could be as simple as just putting button prompts above the character's head when they're able to do something, so that I know which key on the keyboard swings the puck, or like adjust the controls menu, or even just in this pause menu here, just put something on the side that's like what keyboard keys do something. It doesn't even have to be reconfigurable. Reconfigurable controls is nice, but just something so that I don't have to figure out by trial and error. Other than that, I'm gonna restart now because it took me about this long to really figure out what the controls are, and it also turns out that the if I hit resume here, the space bar kind of makes the camera judder, and I really don't want to leave that in and make people a little dizzy. I'm gonna try not to do that. All right, so let's forfeit and let's go into this again. Yes, please. And we're gonna see if, 14-0? I thought it was 16-0. Alright, so, Canada, US, let me go and get embarrassed a second time here. So, what I've been able to figure out is, arrow keys move around. They also seem to, like, switch your guys on, like, the starting configuration. Z switches characters in gameplay, and, ooh, I've actually got position now. That's kind of nice. And I think C is what's going to actually, like... Alright, yeah, do that. No, wait. Hey, you stole it. Give that back. I did not give you permission. Rude. Alright, well, that was still better than my first attempt at this. Let's see. So this, like, C, RW, LW, and D, those kind of look like keyboard inputs. I don't know what they mean. Excuse you. No! Okay, great. That was not quite as good as the first one. I actually don't know how I got the puck the first time. But yeah, I have no idea what C, RW, D, and LW means. I don't know if those are controller inputs. Yeah! Mine! No! I also don't know if there is a way to actually, like, steal the puck from you guys. Because you guys obviously did it to me. I know that, you know, fighting for possession is part of the game. Can I switch to Z so that I can actually, like, get closer to where the... Alright. C. Alright, maybe... Is it too late to change the difficulty speed to, like, slow? Because I think I'm gonna need that. If it gets to 10-0, I'll go restart the game again and I'll slow it down and see if I can actually play. Alright. I feel like X or something like that, maybe C if I can catch the puck in motion is going to be for, like, stealing it or something like that. I still don't really know what I did to gain it the first time. C. No. I'm trying to think. What is that, like, flashing bar underneath the USA? It looks like there's like an S or maybe a 5 icon. Okay, so I hit the S key on the keyboard and this happened. So that sort of... Oh my god, that's violent. You know what this kind of reminds me of? Where is the puck? Oh, is that for starting a fight on purpose? I was gonna say, you know what that kind of reminds me of is, like in cartoons when people are fighting and it's just like a dust cloud. Do I get to, like, start a fight on purpose when like they've scored a certain number of goals on me or something? Is that what we're doing here? Come on. All right, it's 8-0 now. Oh wait, there's the score and there's the number of shots on goal. So sometimes, yes, no. All right, it escaped. It escaped. Gimme, 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 gimme. All right, I have it somehow. Can I, like? Yeah. All right, they got it back. Obviously just like running into it isn't enough to steal it. There's some sort of like magnetic system that like attaches the puck to players. And I don't know what that is. I don't know how I got it either. Alright, also, alright, so when I hit C, I get the charge meter, but I don't know what I have to do to actually fire it. So that's another thing. There should be a keyboard, like, input prompt there, because I don't know if I have to hit X, I don't know if I have to hit, well, it wouldn't be Enter, because Enter pauses the game. I don't know if I have to hit, like, space. I don't think it's space. No, rude! Hey, mister! Alright, it's 11-0 now, and I said I was gonna go back and change the difficulty after 10. Yes, please. Alright, there we go. Let's see if this is any better. How long have I been playing? I've been recording for 23 minutes. I'm guessing 5 or 10 of those are going to be cut out in the middle or so, while I was just mashing buttons trying to figure out what we were doing. So, if I stand here... Alright, that clearly didn't work. That did feel slower, though. So, if you're gonna move slower... come on. If you're gonna move slower, and if you're gonna, like, take a little bit more time when you fire, can I try and find a button to steal the puck while you're doing that? Boy, yeah, like, I mean, it makes sense to have ice inertia here. It makes sense to have ice inertia here, but, that's not really helping me out here. I kind of know how to skate, but that does, it does still involve, like, a lot of falling over. Like, I know what you have to do to keep your, no, you don't. I know, like, what you're supposed to do with your feet to, like, stay not on your butt. I'm just not really that good at doing it, because I don't do it very often. Let's see. Come on. Alright, so X is doing something. I'm not actually sure what X is doing. Alright. Where did it go? Hello? The goalie had it, but then it looked like the ref blew his whistle and was like, hey, do something else. Can we start a fight again? I'm down 6-0. Can I start a fight? This is definitely a way to, you know... this is definitely, like, the biggest hockey stereotype is you can just, like, start a brawl and whack people and, resume. You can start a brawl and then people get hit with a stick and then someone gets sent into the timeout box. X, apparently I have to mash. What did I actually, see, I mean, that's funny, but I don't know what that accomplished besides getting one of my guys kicked out of the game. Or, like, timed out from the game anyway. I don't know, if maybe if you mash the button more successfully, you can get the other guys timed out or something like that. Yeah! Alright, so somehow I got the puck to bounce off of me, and I blocked it. Steal? No? Alright, so again... I feel like it should be X to steal the puck. I don't think it's C. C seems to be like when you try to actually... Alright, there we go. I got it somehow. Can I, like... Alright, I definitely... Yeah. Alright, mine. Alright, thank you very much. Alright, I'm gonna have to see... Alright, it does seem to be X if I were... If I could keep it for long enough to actually get that charge all the way up. Alright. Like that. Nah. Alright, so I almost scored for the first time in, like, almost 20 minutes. Brawl? Alright. I'm gonna, like, break my keyboard if I go at it any harder than that. Oh, I lost the brawl again. Alright, that's no fun. Clearly, this is the most important part of the game. So, let's see. There's still 40 seconds left. Alright, you, give me that. Alright, do I got it? I don't got it. Someone else over here. Why? I think that's a bug. I think that's the bug. The camera was, like, stuck in position and the puck moved somewhere else and the camera didn't follow the puck. Alright. Yeah. Alright. It definitely seems to be X to steal. If you can, like... Rude! Alright. I mean, like, I don't think he actually did anything there. I think I just, like, overran the... Alright. And you got it back. I almost had it. Can I, like... Is there a tutorial mode where I can just be the goalie? I feel like that would be easier. Because, like... I don't have to, well, or at least I shouldn't if I'm the goalie, go over, like, running around like that. Can I switch over here? I don't think I can actually switch control to the goalie. I think that's, I think the goalie is entirely CPU bound. Alright, so my brawl button, my brawl meter is full again, so can I start a fight? Alright, what is it, C? I definitely seem to be winning this one. Nope, not anymore. Alright, I don't actually know who's winning, because they're both, Hey, the other guy lost for once. That's, good? I think? Alright, let's see if being down a guy helps me any. I outnumber them. Alright. Hey, alright. No, yes. I want that. Stop. Alright, it's attached to me now. Get back here. Alright, what actually happened? Why are we... Oh, that's the end of the period? Alright, so we're dancing now. Second period. How many periods are there? I think there's 2 in hockey? No. Is it 3? I think there's 3 in basketball. I know there's 4 in American football. Not sure about soccer. Alright, so... Alright, I've got it for more than, like, 10 seconds, which I think is a first. And did I just shoot it backwards? Oh no, I'm on the other side of the rink now. That's right. We switched at the period. Excuse me. I think I was behind the goal. I think I was trying to follow the wrong player. Well, that one lasted like 30 seconds, which I think is probably better than all my other runs. It's now 12-0. Gimme. No. Alright, so I've got enough brawl meter, I'm gonna keep calling it that to start a fight again. Let's see. Alright, we're gonna start a fight. C apparently is the button I have to mash. Can I, like, hit the button with both my hands now? Is that gonna... Is that gonna help me mash the button any faster? This is so, like, insane. I think I lost that one. I thought I was winning that one. Maybe I was looking at the wrong meter. Anyway, where is it? Alright, I almost had that. Hey, give it back, give it back, give it back. I want, no. Alright, 14-0. Let's see, is my guy back? My guy seems to be back now. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Alright, yes. Yes, please, thank you. Oh, is the rule that, like, if the goalie hangs onto it for a short enough time... is the rule that if the goalie hangs onto it for a short enough time that the, like, play resets or something like that? Again, I don't know the rules of hockey. I don't know if that's, like, part of it. I know that in some sports, like, you're not allowed to hang on, or certain positions anyway aren't allowed to hang on to the ball or ball-like entity for a certain amount of time, like... In basketball, you can't just hold the ball, you have to dribble. I don't know if that's also a rule in hockey. My fight meter is full. Can I start fighting again? Alright, so that's part of the game, obviously. We're gonna start a fight. And also the S key causes those two guys in the corner to dance, apparently. Yeah, alright. Z. There seems to be a timer based on, like, Hey, the other guy got called out this time. There seems to be a timer based on, like, how long it takes that fight meter to dissipate when you start a fight. Alright. So, again, I have the advantage in numbers now. Let's see if that actually helps me out any. We're gonna go this way. C. Alright, I think that was the first time I actually shot on goal this entire video. Give it back! Alright, goalie, you're not really helping me out over there. You've let a lot of shots in so far over the course of this video. It's apparently 17-0 now. Alright. Well... Oh, apparently your guy is still timed out. That's nice. Give it back! Alright, yes, please. No. I didn't mean to kick it in that direction. Can I have it? Alright, I can have it back. Alright, so, yes, it is... No, alright, I lost it. Why wasn't I shooting at that time? I was hitting X. I don't know why I wasn't shooting. The other guy is still timed out? Wow, that must have been a brutal fight. I don't know if maybe it's based on, like, what the... Alright. Like, what the difference between the button mashing meters on the side when you fight are. Like, if you win the button mashing competition by a lot, then you'll get a longer timeout or something like that. It's C, apparently. Alright, we're gonna mash the C button. Did I win? Yeah, I won the fight. Alright. I mean, that shouldn't be something that I'm cheering about, because it is kind of... I don't believe this is a very, like, sportsman-like behavior, but hey, if it gives me 3-on-4, then I'll take the advantage if I need it. Alright. No! No, 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 no! I wish there was a way to, like... And I don't know how hard this is, like, in real life, but I wish there was a way to intercept the puck after it's been fired. Alright, so here we go. We got it back. What? Oh, end of second period. So, it's 20-0. Oh, it's third period, so we do keep going. Alright. Yeah, it's only 20 goals. We can catch this up, right? So, firstly, let me not go towards the wrong goal like I was that other time. That'll make things easier. Alright, got it back. And... Hey, alright. Is it like if you miss the timing, you like muff it or something like that? Alright, I think he actually blocked it that time, which is nice. Give it back. All right. No, no, no. All right. Yes. Yes. No. Yes. All right. I'm going this way. You guys can, all right. I just got walloped while I was trying to do a thing. And I lost it. All right. Well, at this point, I think I'll take, like, not giving it up instantly as a victory. I'm not letting in goals as fast as I was at the beginning, that's for sure. Let's see if I can beat anybody up real good. I feel like the other side is doing pretty well on the button mashing department. So that's another thing with light controls not being labeled. I lost that one. I don't know if left or right is my button mashing. The only way I can really guess is seeing which one lights up when I hit the button. But those really should be labeled too. Like, put the flag below the bar or something, or I don't even know for sure if it is consistent with, like, USA on the right, Canada on the left, or whatever. That is a generally true statement, I guess. But it should be labeled. So again, this is not really gonna do much for people who know what a lot of other hockey games do. This is for people like me who want to play this game who don't know what the NHL games are like. Just don't make it... Yeah. Alright, that was going good for like 2 seconds. Alright, where was I? Just make it so that I guess people would call this, like, reducing friction. Why did we fire that way? I almost got an own goal. I have no idea why you went that way, because the arrow was definitely pointing the other way. Do I have to, like, hold my finger down on the, do I have to hold my finger down on the arrow key when I shoot if I want it to keep going in that direction or something like that? Alright, so let's have a button mashing contest. So, alright, so I appear to be on the right because that bar goes down when I stop mashing. But again, I don't know for sure. Like, it could equally be... my side could equally be on the side that has, like, the USA flag on the scoreboard, or it could be the side that, like, my goal is on, right? And that changes every period. So I don't know if the button mashing meter changes every period, too. Somehow, I gained possession, which is funny because I didn't actually do anything that time. Alright. Alright, again, why did it go backwards? Like, sometimes it goes in the direction that I want, and sometimes it just doesn't, and I don't know why it does one versus the other. Gimme! 25-0. Alright, I've got 19.5 seconds left. Let's see if I can at least get one goal before the end of the third period. I suppose I haven't actually talked about what this game looks like so far. This is really, really cool. I like the art style. I like the pixel art sports aesthetic in general. I think that's kind of an underserved... Alright, is it not X to shoot? I think pixel art sports is kind of in general, an underserved, like, I guess, niche in, like, the gaming visuals department. There is one other person making games, American football games, what is it called? Legend Bowl, in GameMaker, that I know of, which, is also on my list of games that I like to play. They're generally 2D, they're not 3D games in GameMaker, but, I like that. I like the reflections in the ice. I'm 95% sure that that's not anything special like SSR, or anything like that. I'm pretty sure that's just, doubling up certain bits of geometry underneath the, like, a semi-transparent floor. Which is a simple, but in, limited context like this, very effective way of doing reflections. Maybe don't do that in a giant open world, because that's a lot of, like, geometry being drawn up and drawn over with, semi-opaque surfaces. But for things like a hockey rink, that's a pretty good way to do reflections. I didn't really get a good look at, like, the characters or the people in the stands, so maybe I'm just gonna go jump into another game real fast and have a look at that. I think this is a... Let me see. Just start the game already so that I can, like, wander over to the sidelines. It looks like... I'm tempted to say that there's, like, just a couple of NPC designs and they've got randomized palettes being drawn there. I can't imagine that, like, we have this many combinations of just NPC sprites in the game. That seems like a impractical way to do this when you could just palette swap it with a couple of lines of code. There's also a lot of them. Look, there's a lot of people in the stands here. Let's see. I'm trying to get a look at some other visual effects going on. So, it looked like around the sides we've got this like glowing effect, which I think is pretty interesting too. I don't know if that's a like an actual like shader glow or if that's being done with some other tricks. You see, this is almost a good place where I just want them to scroll me over and over again, because when they do that, the camera hangs around the goal for a couple seconds, and I get to actually look at the glowing things on the surrounding the rink. I like it. I like how this game looks. The audio also seems pretty good for what I hear. Like the crack of the puck is pretty satisfying, and like the buzzer, the crowd noises seem pretty comprehensive. It doesn't sound like anything's missing. That's for sure. But I think I'm gonna call it here. My biggest complaint is the controls. Tell me what the controls are. Don't assume I know what the controls are. Make escape the pause button. Don't make me have to guess what the pause button is. I think we can get out of here. Yes, please. By the way, I hope I'm not coming across as making it sound like I expect the game to provide a full tutorial on how to play the game of hockey itself. Obviously I wouldn't say no to something like that, but I don't really think that's what the game is about. Really, my beef here is with the fact that it never told me what the controls were, and I had to basically figure everything out by just guessing randomly, by trial and error, and that doesn't feel great. Hey. I'm also not even necessarily advocating for the inclusion of an entire rebinding menu for controls. Obviously that would also be great, but when you're a solo or even a small developer, you have to prioritize what gets included, and like if you haven't done it already, adding an entire controlled rebinding system isn't exactly a 5-minute fix. What I really want here is something to tell me what to do, even just a pop-up with the controls the first time you open a game or in the menu or something like that. And ideally there should be some system of button prompts that would actually tell me what the controls are when I'm in a game. Even if it was buried in the accessibility menu and turned off by default, it would be nice to be able to turn them on. The accessibility menu isn't something I really delved into because I was kind of in a hurry at the beginning when I was going through that, but it is good to see a couple of options for things like camera shake in there, and even just having an option to turn on button prompts, which as far as I saw was not included, would go a long way. I really don't want to end this video on the point of complaint that I've been going over for the last half hour. I really like how this game looks. What did I call it earlier? Like, I think pixel sports game are an underserved niche in gaming, which I wish I would see more of. I don't know if Bogard has any inclination to give this treatment to other sports in the future, like basketball or football of the American or association variety, or anything else. But if he did, I certainly would give him a go. But that's maybe getting ahead of ourselves. This is World Hockey 88. If you want to play the game and find out for yourself what you think of it, I will have a link to the Steam page down in the description of the video. My name is Michael. I like wizards and dragons and making games. You should all go check out Wizarducks and the Lost Hat, which is one of the games that I like to work on when I'm not doing YouTube stuff. Link to the Steam page can be found down there as well. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all later.